You already know what it is. Well, it's the God, Unbelievable Behavior, episode 13, back in the building. You know, by popular demand, we got my man Big Bootsie back in the building.
Yes, sir.
What's the word, God? Everything good?
You already know everything.
Yeah. You know, that first one we did, you know, was doing numbers. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Going crazy.
Facts, and that was light work.
And the people been in, you know, they've been in my ear and say, yo, we gotta run it back part 2. So it was only necessary.
I was seeing the comments.
Oh yeah. See, you know what I mean? We ain't got to gaslight
nothing at all.
But you know we're gonna talk though.
I mean, I'm with you, bro.
We're gonna talk, man. There's a lot of things going on in the industry. A lot of things that we never even finished touching up on the last episode.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I mean. But other than that, what's been good though? What's been good other than that?
Man, everything good, man. I've been working on a new movie that's coming out called Wrong Number.
Okay.
It's coming out on Tubi very soon. We got a release date, but it ain't in the system yet, so I don't want to speak on it because it could change. But I'm doing the soundtrack for it along with my bro, with Hector. But he's putting it together for me. But I got Jim Jones, I got Davies, I got Pastor Troy. I got Rich Homie Quan, God bless him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I got some names up there.
That's dope. I'm excited. I'm excited to see that. You gonna do a premiere for the movie? Like you gonna do it up big? What we doing?
No, that's a big fact. We're gonna do the premiere. We're gonna do it somewhere in Raleigh. We might do 2 or 3 places. Might do one in New York somewhere. Okay. So people get to see what's going on and, you know, celebrate that black men come together and put something powerful together. Okay, dope. Inspirational for up and coming filmmakers.
That's dope. You know, I see you stay active. That's dope, bro. Speaking of movies, what's up with your man Dane? There's a lot of controversy around him in the past 6 months.
Right.
I know you spoke highly of him last time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what's up with Dane now? Like, where he at with it? You know, how's his mental? You know what I mean? Like, do y'all talk on the regular? Like, what's going on?
Well, we was talking on the regular. Okay. Since throughout all this, whatever been going on with him and Cameron and all that, you know, I still be out speaking heavily about my brother. Okay. I love my brother. That's my brother. Period. Anybody that ever did something for me, I'm always show loyalty to. Okay. I'm never ever gonna go against Dame Dash. Never gonna do nothing publicly. Right. Disrespect my brother. And I'm gonna say a few things right now publicly, so it don't sound like I'm saying hypocritical stuff. Right. Me and him went back and forth a little bit when he said something about AZ on the Art of Dialogue podcast and mentioned my name first. That I brought AZ to him and he didn't know that AZ was went and spoke on the guys that tried to unalive him and his aunt and all them people in the house.
So he basically tried to say that you brought a rat around him.
Right.
Okay. That's what he was trying to.
Right. So it's like you could speak on that, but everybody already knew about A took the stand. Right. He didn't tell on nobody that did a crime with him. And this is what I always tell people. If you do a crime with somebody, but the world, this new era is when you're in the streets, you got to hold it down. The dude, Kevin, which was cool with A, I'm going through it fast real quick. Okay. Which was cool with A, was on the run. We was outside looking for him. Okay. Me, Alpo, Rich Porter. Or Alpo was riding up and down trying to lure him back to where we was at. Anyway, AZ, people didn't really stress about what AZ did far as taking the stand on the guys. The guy Kevin told who those 2 guys was. AZ never knew them. Right. He knew Kevin.
Right.
So either you a punk because you ain't handle your business, and or you just didn't want to deal with the situation. That's just my take. Right. I never heard of all these rules back in the days, man. I just know if you go down you get caught, you don't mention nobody that did it with you.
Right. So basically, you trying to say that was like kind of a separate situation. Niggas tried to off him. Niggas killed some other ladies and
Snuck in the house, did everything
involved.
like a sucker.
So that was a different type of situation.
Yeah, and I don't want to say it like you pick and choose who you call rats or whatever. I'm just saying the world didn't pay none of that no attention. So I didn't know why my brother even, which is Dame Dash, even brought that situation up because it's like, and that ain't even true how it happened.
Right. Fact.
And I got pictures of that also.
Gotcha.
When we was down at the at his art gallery when I brought A down there to do the Rich Porter story. And he liked the film and the footage and why he didn't do the actual
Rich
story, because the next day he said A kept calling him for advance money. And he said, well, I wasn't doing an advancement, I'm just doing a partnership with him. That's why he ended it. It had nothing to do with his homeboys called him, said you doing something with AZ. It had nothing to do with none of that. And I didn't understand why he said that and put me out there.
Right, threw your name out there.
And
right.
I ain't with all that. But anything else, I stand in front line with it. And you my brother. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, still not going to go against him and never going to trash his name because he's a good person. He looked out for a lot of people, looked out for me, put a lot of food on my table, all the way up to date right now. The Paid in Full movie itself, I get to do shows, walkthroughs, whatever. Not shows, but walkthroughs, 80s, 90s parties and all that. So I'm never going to go against him, period.
That's dope. I mean, yeah, misunderstandings happens a lot, you know what I mean? With family. So, it is what it is.
Yeah.
The back and forth with Dame and Cam. Cam has said something about he was riding with 2 bricks. Or Dame said a story, then Cam kind of said the story was kind of fabricated, and if Big L was with them, he would have lined them. Well, what's the truth about that?
I was wondering myself, like, a few people call me my boy Blackface, which is another family member amongst, Dame Dash, Cameron, Jim Jones, everybody. Blackface is a well-known person in Harlem, and me and him was talking, and he was like, "Well, how did Dame was going up the hill with the birds? Up the hill is where you go buy birds. Down the hill is where you go and make them, sell them.
Right.
People from Jersey, wherever, all walks of life come up the hill to buy birds. Right. So I had to break it down to him. Well, Dame was dealing with other people getting birds. Dame even dealt with Rich Porter, which was through one of his homies named Terrell.
Right.
Shout out to Terrell. I said maybe he had the birds and was going up the hill to drop them off to his homies that's up there. That's the best out is they crew, and that's where he normally be at, up the hill. So maybe he was taking them up the hill. Right. And if Big L was in the car with him, now I done seen pictures with him and Big L together somewhere. Cam said L didn't rock with him like that because the brothers didn't like him. Okay. But I seen pictures with Big L and Cam. I mean, Big L and Dame together. And it's established to me that they had some type of rapport. It ain't got to be an everyday homeboy stuff, but still, if they deal with each other. But I don't know. It's it's still a thing up in the air. Right. But I see it as it still could have happened, them going up the hill. He said Dame wasn't telling the truth about it. We'll never know because there's certain things that Cam's saying and people saying wasn't real also. And that's my bro. Won't never go against Cam neither. Right. Now, let me ask you a question. Big L, his character, was he a stick-up kid? Nah, and that's another thing. Like L would have lined him up. Maybe L would have lined somebody else up. Maybe L would line up certain people, but it's certain people that even stick-up kids know not to play with in that era. I had a spot that was 24 hours like New Jack City on 142nd between Hamilton and Broadway, and it's called Hungry Ham. And they rob anybody that's coming to buy drugs in that area. Right. They will rob anybody that's don't have no familiarity. Okay. That's a word. Okay, yeah. With that area. Right. They robbing that. Okay. I'm in that area doing work 24 hours. I ain't got no problems. Plus, I kind of grew up with a lot of them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you know, that era is you know who you gonna rob and who not to rob.
Right. You know, you pick and choose your battles.
That's a fact. So I can't say Big L would have lined him up, but Mace said, well, he sure lined me up.
Right, with the infamous story with the watch and the Spanish nigga tried to rob him for the rollie. Right. But that probably was like a personal thing, though.
And you had that, right, true. And then you got other people that saying, well, and Mace my dude, I ain't saying it, but other people saying it.
Right.
They was like, well, Mace, you soft. That's why he might have did it to you. And this is what Blackface said out his mouth. So I'm not making this up. He said it on a podcast me and him was talking about.
Right.
And once again, I don't try to disrespect people that I rock with, and I rock with Mace.
Okay.
And all that. I'm just saying what was said out of his mouth. I'm just saying certain people get robbed.
Right.
But certain people don't get robbed by stick-up dudes. And to answer your question, I've never seen Big L as that. And I had Big L down here with me. But when his career got quiet.
Okay.
And I put him on a song with me.
Okay, let's talk about it. Big L got a new joint out.
Mm-hmm.
And I know we spoke off camera. You said you got something going on with the label. You know what I mean? Elaborate on that. Elaborate.
So, when I came home from jail in 1995, doing my thing, making my moves, you know, I came out as a rapper.
Right.
So when I come out as a rapper, I wanted, you know, McGruff is one of the biggest artists at the time. Signed with Heavy D, songs with Monifa.
Okay.
Doing his thing. That song, I Miss You.
Right,
it's the Chocolate Mac with the gold fronts, whatever.
Right.
I'm like, damn, my brother killing the game. Anyway, I get in contact with him. We, you know, so I take him downtown. We doing some songs together. We talking. He was like, man, we need to get Big L on a joint with you. I'm like, where you know Big L? He was like, yeah, man, it's family.
Right.
And see, I was gone, so I didn't know. And they wasn't rapping and all that noise wasn't being made when I was gone. But it might have been made while I was gone, excuse me.
Right.
Anyway, he told me, yo, I can get L. I'm like, all right, cool. Get Big L. He charged me $2,000 to do a verse. We go to my homeboy's studio, Bobby and Mike in New Jersey. We go and do the song. I already did the original version. It's called Harlem NYC with me and McGruff and Mo Money, Nat in the Hat. It was called Nat in the Hat or Cat in the Hat. Nat in the Hat remix with Mo Money. And Mo Money, Genovese's, Die Hard Records, they was making noise with the Locks, Mace. Puff got mad at him and they had the joint rocking with Mace on Hot 97, I want to say back then, and Puff made him pull the song down. And he was rocking and rolling. So I'm just giving you an example of the person I was dealing with that was pulling me in. So anyway, I got the song done and finished with Big L. Once I got the song done, I pushed it through Unique Distribution out of Hyde Park, New York.
Okay.
And this was through Nat. I had Nat managing my company, which was Big Bucks Entertainment.
Okay, Big Bucks.
And I was the artist, and we pushing me at the time. So once I got Big L on there, we did the song. We rocking and rolling. And I'm going to let y'all hear the song. I'm going to give you the song anyway, too.
Okay.
It's been floating and fluctuating all through the internet, and I see Big L featuring Bootsy, McGruff. They ain't even got my artist that was up there, which was Digger on the song, which is my artist, because I was pushing him at the time with myself. But I did my research, and when I did the research, I see that another label put the song out. So RDC Records.
Now, okay, so another label put your record out.
My record out, but saying featuring me. It's Big L record featuring me and McGruff. It still ain't mentioned my artist. Not only that, it went out in 2011 on the Danger Zone album, which is Big L's album, while he's still deceased, God bless my bro.
Right.
While he's deceased, my song is on there. And I'm wondering why I keep seeing my song on YouTube a lot. So I never paid no attention.
So you telling me we can go to Spotify right now and that shit'll pop up?
And it gotta pop up. Yes. Yes,
okay,
indeed.
Okay.
And they made about 300,000-400,000. I want to say 500,000. And I didn't get a dime from that.
Okay, so what we doing now?
Oh, we got to talk to them. It's time to talk. So I'm talking to my lawyer.
Okay.
And my lawyer said, wait till Big L new album drop, which is drop on the 31st. And I want everybody to go and get that.
Okay.
Because he need to leave some money to his family. And his family is behind this album right here.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And me stepping to the RBC or RDC, whatever that label is,
little small label.
It got nothing to do with my brother Big L.
Right. Your beef is strictly with that label.
With the business.
Yeah.
With the business. Do it right. Pay me, and we cool.
Right.
That's it.
No doubt. Yeah, well, hopefully everything works out because, the record labels is shady, man.
That's a fact. We come from the streets and we know how to deal with shady people, man. And we just have to do it in the right format. That's it. I don't want no problems. I just want what I'm earning because I paid Big L. I paid for studio time.
Right.
I paid for everything that is deserved of that record. But I'm with keeping my brother legacy alive to the fullest.
Speaking of legacy, speaking of shady people, I want to talk about the Harlem Legend kid.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I want to. He's been a popular with this algorithm going on. It's going on in hip hop. There's a lot of channels that people go into for information on what's going on today, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you got Zip with the Drip. You got a couple other guys, and he's one of the guys that is drawing a lot of traffic.
Mm-hmm.
What's the backstory with him? You know, is he a Harlem legend?
I've been seeing. Now I don't know how he a legend. He can't be a legend. You can't even go that route talking about he a legend. Nobody can, and I done told him that. And this ain't no disrespect to him.
Right.
I get you want to make a name and make up a name. Not as far as when you become a rapper, you want to come up with your name. When you come up with being a podcaster, you want to come up with a name. And he came up with a name, Harlem Legend. I get it.
Okay.
But when I've been asking people is, who is Harlem Legend? What do he do? How is he a legend? He can't claim being a legend and you never done nothing. I heard him say he used to take packs uptown for this person, that person, and all that. That's cool.
Okay.
But you taking packs uptown, bro. That ain't nothing legendary. How you legendary? And then I'm just finding out.
Yeah, just finding out. Off the presses.
That he have a sexual assault charge. I don't know how real that is.
Okay.
But I can't make it up. Hold up. Let me look real quick.
Okay.
I can't make it up.
No, let's not do that. Let's not do that.
We never ever going to do that one. We're going to speak facts. And this is what they were saying. They said basically he was wanted for attempt criminal sex act. And they got his picture up there.
Let's see the work, please.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see the work.
Show it how you want to show it.
Oh, okay.
You might have to shorten it up a little bit.
Okay.
That's what somebody sent to me.
And this is Harlem Legend. Definitely.
You can see his picture.
Right.
So my thing is, even having that on your jacket, and you are a person that makes or bring information on your channel about other people, says a lot.
Right. That says a lot.
That says a lot. Because now what if somebody say something about you? And this is alleged. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is alleged.
Now hold on. Now there's a lot of fake paperwork going around. Somebody could have did a graphic.
This could be bogus.
Right. It could be.
So
bogus.
I just got to be real.
Right.
I haven't been hearing nobody saying nothing about him, but damn, what you did with your charge? What happened to your charge? I haven't seen none of that. Somebody just sent me this, so it could be fake.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, still, what you did that's legendary in Harlem. Nothing. And I'm not even saying doing street stuff make a person legendary.
Right.
Doing what you do, but you turn your life around.
Right.
is what make you legendary. And what's legendary about it is selling drugs back then, and you couldn't market it on a high level.
Right.
You had to market it on a low level, and you was able to accumulate 10,000 a day, 5,000 a day, 20,000 a day, 60,000 a day. If you are able to accumulate that type of money without having to market it on a high level, upscale level,
right.
then that says drug dealers is one of the smartest businessmen on the planet.
Yeah, niggas who, especially in your era, guys who ran organizations,
Facts.
Basically ran 500 Fortune.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Because you had a crew, you had 3 shifts, you had, you know what I mean? It took a lot of skill, and a lot of people don't realize, like, a lot of people from the hood really have, like, natural talent. Yes. You know what I mean? They just put it in the wrong places.
Right.
But speaking of that, now we got to move over to a different borough, right? Now, it's alleged with the Bemmy shit.
Mm-hmm.
He's been an informant for 40 years, or confidential informant for 40 years. I just want to know your take on that, because that's your era. How can someone be a confidential informant for 40 years and no one really put him on blast? So is this something that's like somebody's just mad at him and they say, we're going to air him out, or it's just like it just took time for it to come out?
Well, they saying one thing was Supreme and them was waiting for Prince to get out. They didn't want to start talking about it, because it would mess up Prince coming
home. Okay.
I don't believe in that part, because if he's not guilty for the crime, they don't have a choice but to let him come home.
Right. Well, for nonviolent, he got to come home. Right.
He got to come home, and not just nonviolent. He came home like on some overturned.
Right.
Evidence wasn't done right and all that, so the evidence speak for itself. So that means if they would have been saying Bemmy was a rat early and they still kept him in jail, that means they would have still been violating his rights anyway. Y'all mad because they saying Bemmy a rat, so that's why y'all want to keep him in there? That wouldn't even make sense. His lawyers wouldn't have went for that. That's one thing.
Okay.
Another thing is, after 40 years, I can't say if a person is mad, but that's what they're saying. Supreme must be mad at him about something, and now he's speaking about it. That's one of the biggest talks.
Right.
And people saying that Supreme, he's a thoroughbred.
Okay.
A person like him ain't gonna just make up no stuff on nobody.
Right.
And I respect it. I respect Preem. I respect Prince. But I gotta respect my morals and my principle. Okay. My morals and my principles, how I was raised, is I need to see paperwork. I can't go off of what a man says, but I respect his honor and what he did and what he, in jail, and respectfully. But I gotta respect how I was raised, and I need to see the paperwork.
Now let me ask you a question. In your day, have you ever bumped into Bemmy? And if you have bumped into Bemmy, what was the vibe with him? Like, was he a stand-up guy? Was he, what, this nigga could be kind of shaky? Like, what was?
Nah, I never bumped into Bemmy back in my day. Black Just, that's my bro. That was my dude.
Okay, Black Just.
And they saying, it's smut on his name.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. Like, they throwing his name out. I don't know why, because he's dead, or you know what I mean? Like, they just throwing him and Bemmy in the same pot. Like, those the two that was on the paperwork.
Right. But I know Just personally. That's like my brother. That's like,
okay.
Say, what up, boy? When he pulling up.
Right.
He had the light. I'm standing on the corner. Those one of the memories I have with him. Okay. We at the ballpark playing ball. Him, Rich Porter, AZ, all of us playing ball together. Stuff like that, man.
Right,
hanging out on 132, chilling, which is the location where A used to have his spot. Okay. Things of that nature. But the Bemmy situation still, like I said, I haven't seen any paperwork. I don't know how they tying all this together. But I've heard that they said,
okay,
Bimmy information, which everybody's saying it too. Even in comments on certain people pages, Bimmy is already been throughout Queens that Bimmy was telling. It's been the word that Bimmy was telling.
Right.
It's been a word. You know what I'm saying? But
I seen not to cut you off. I seen Big Nose Troy son. Big Nose Troy was basically one of the niggas that was terrorizing Queens at one point in time. I see his son had said something online like that's one of the reasons why his pops was on the Supreme Team's neck, because they, you know,
something about an affidavit.
Yeah, he had Bimmy had did something, you know, he had snitched on him or something like that.
Yeah.
But
it was something about an affidavit.
But let me ask you a question though, like when I listened to Prince in the interview that he did in the barbershop on the podcast, he said confidential informants, you're not going to see the paperwork. Is that true? Because I know last time me and you had chopped it up, you know what I mean? You had caught a case, I wouldn't say Maryland, you were telling me about. And so you say, so it's like he was basically saying like CIs, confidential, they're never really going to pop up on paperwork. Like a rat was going to take the stand. An informant, you know what I mean? An informant, he, you know, his name would be in the paperwork. But a confidential informant is real hard to get work on them.
It's a possibility.
Okay.
But it's not all the way true.
Not all the way true.
Not all the way true.
Okay.
Not all the way true, because if the evidence is very damaging to the defense, the defense will ask the judge, I need to see this person that's saying this right now, because what you're saying or what this person is saying, and we don't deliver him
right
in front of our face, can send my client to jail, and that will be unfair. So being that it will be unfair, when you are charged with a crime and somebody said you did something, you, by law, constitutional law, you have the right to face your accusers.
Okay.
So if a person accused you of, I bought drugs from you, and now they don't show this person, but they use his statement, and then your lawyer don't bring it up, and that can send you to jail forever. Right. Now, the lawyer gonna make a big uproar in the courtroom and say, nah, this right here, man, it sounds crazy. The jury might look at it crazy by the prosecutor, because they got faith in the prosecutor reading off this story or this paperwork.
Right.
Or this written statement from somebody we don't even see. How we know that the prosecutors didn't write this? So a real lawyer would make a CI pull it up. I could show you better than I tell you.
Okay, yeah, show the work. Let me see that. Let me
show you.
I'm listening. You know what I mean? Because
I'm gonna show you right now.
I'm just dying to understand how you know, Bemmy was at one point well respected, and now it's like everybody throwing smut on his name is like kind of crazy.
But it happens because it's the internet.
Yeah.
ChatGPT. If a CI was on a case and they did not want his name disclosed against the defendant that he told on, can we get the name of the CI in a court of law?
That's a really interesting question.
Going to the ChatGPT.
By what's known as the informant privilege. That means in most cases, the court won't disclose the informant's identity unless the defense can show that the informant's identity is essential to the defendant's case, like if it's crucial for a fair trial. But it really depends on the circumstances and the specific legal standards in that jurisdiction.
Yo, shout out to technology. Yo, shout out to technology, man. We're living in a wild world. You know what I mean? My nigga just put the ChatGPT on.
Yeah.
But that's dope. That
answers the question.
Right.
A CI can be brought to the table.
That's a fact. And technology just proved it.
Yeah, I'm not saying it.
Right.
We Google it.
Right, yeah, this ain't Google. Yeah, this is the new shit, right?
Yeah.
It's that new Jetson shit right
That's
here,
a
nigga.
fact.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's dope. That's crazy. I mean,
so I can't be going in and go against a person,
right,
that somebody else say, but I still respect Preem. I respect Prince for what they stand for and what they did.
right.
You know what I'm saying? I just want to see something. That's just me and what I stand on, how I was raised.
Okay.
That's just that. So, and you know, Bimmy brother Joe, that's my boy.
Yeah, Bimmy and Joe. Yeah.
That's my boy.
Bimmy and Joe. Yeah.
I'm saying that to say I'm not taking sides because that's my boy brother.
Right.
I'm just saying this is just how I move, and I don't want to condemn a person, and then later on down the road, some come out that he really wasn't.
Right. Then
you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's the shit you hate.
And then
like,
I'm gonna be looking crazy.
Yeah.
And it ain't even about Preem might be looking crazy or Prince looking crazy. If they don't have paperwork that they ain't showing, I'm seeing that they have conversation about it.
Right.
Maybe they heard it through somebody else, and then they might have heard it wrong.
But I think what it is like, all right, perfect example. I think Prince said some shit like, if me and you riding in the car, me and you riding in the car, and police pull us over,
Mm-hmm.
and I go to jail, but you don't go to jail, right? It's a situation where it's certain events that happen that only that person was there for. So it's like, so if I'm in the court,
I get it.
Yeah, my lawyer say,
yeah. When it's redacted, I mean, when you see a name, it tells you the sentence, and then the names you can't see them. That means redacted.
Okay.
They block the name out, and it'll say went to the store. No, it say defendant went to the store and was playing basketball. After he went to the store, had a soda, and the dude, and then they don't show a name.
Right.
Had grabbed another soda because he forgot to go get him a soda.
Now you remember that. You remember the nigga, right?
Gonna say, man, only one did that was so
right, was so and so. Right.
Right. So I'm saying, if Preem was saying that, if he was riding in the car with Bimmy, if he went to jail and Bimmy didn't go to jail, what did he go to jail for? Did you have drugs in the car? Because let me explain something to you. When you got drugs in the car or a gun and it ain't on neither one of y'all, they taking both of y'all. Now, if you driving, you might get a police to say, well, whoever owned the car got to go.
Right, whoever's on it, yeah.
That could happen.
That could have happened.
Police play mind games and lock both up because they want somebody to tell.
Right. It's a fact.
That's a game. Now, if they let a person go,
right,
and the car, now if the car belonged to Bimmy, example, and they lock Preem up for the drugs or the gun, and he was just a passenger, but they let him go. Now we look at Bimmy like, yo, something ain't right about that. The car was in your name, but they still locked the passenger up?
Right.
That's different.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So what did you go to jail for?
Right.
And he didn't.
Gotcha.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's just a whole bunch of all over the place stuff with this internet.
Speaking of the internet, I got another name on the internet. Brian Gibbs Glaze.
Brian Glaze Gibb.
Same kid. Same guy.
Mess his name up.
Oh, yeah. Cypress Hill's headquarters was, as he said, that was his headquarters back in the day.
Right.
He's talking a lot. What do you think about him?
I don't have nothing against him.
Okay.
I just don't like what he stands for with his podcast because he utilized the kids and utilized what he doing to use the kids to advance what he doing, and it's all about money.
Talk to me.
As a person, I don't got nothing against him because he's right. He always say, I owned up to what I did. I told everybody that I ratted, and I told on people. that I never took the stand on nobody, as if that even means something, because you ain't take the stand, but you admit until you ratted. That don't mean nothing.
Right.
9 times out of 10, you didn't take the stand because you didn't go to trial. When you go to trial, they got to give you every name of a person that told on you.
Right.
We just discussed that just now with the chat GPT.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you will know whether, I'm going to trial or not. Oh, damn, I ain't know it's Mike telling on me.
Right.
Oh, man, let me go ahead and take this plea. So now, other than that, if you ain't take the stand, it's because the dudes that you told on must have went on and took their time. Yeah, but it still don't even matter if you take the stand or not. But my point with him is, like right now, recently, I just did a joint on my podcast.
Okay.
About him. This ain't no beef or to disrespect him.
Right.
I'm just pulling the coat of real reality. Okay. And he still might be mad because I spoke the truth. The truth is, you told on people. Granted, you said out in the open, you told everybody, cool. Got to give you that. You got to sleep with that every day. But why are you always talking about who else told? Why you want to bring people down to tell, that told, and what make you think you have the right to do it? You should pass that information on to other people, because a person that told on people shouldn't have the right to tell what another person did, because basically you still ratting on a person that is a rat. Right. So you're still in rat mode. That don't give you or make you a person of redemption. That don't make you have redemption. That makes you look like a rat ratting on a rat. Give it to a person that's certified out here. Right. You find out. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. That's a fact. That's a fact.
What I'm saying is also his platform. He used to tell his stories. That's how he got big. And his book, that's how he got big.
Right.
Cool.
Right.
I think he's running out of content to talk about. So now, why you want to talk about Supreme, or not Prince, that just came home and did something with Al Prophet? And then he said he did research with Al Prophet, or of Al Prophet, and saying Al Prophet is known to be a snitch now. I Googled it on Chat GPT. Do I have to do it again? Al Prophet. It said, yes, Al Prophet took the stand and told on 2 people.
Right.
to get probation, and he didn't get charged. Excuse me. So I get it. Right. Nobody else knew none of that. Nobody even was talking about that. Right? So, but still in all, Al Prophet changed his life too. So why you gotta go up there now that Prince came home? Why you haven't been going and find out information about Al Prophet? Now Prince up there, you want to do that? You're doing that for content so you can make money. It's all about the money with you, bro.
Right.
You're not doing this for real. So now when he go up there, find out Al Prophet actually took the stand on some people. Now you want to say, yeah, Prince, you ain't do your research. You on a platform with a snitch, and you want to give him more good information. You said that out of your mouth. So which one you trying to out? You trying to out Al Prophet, or you trying to discredit Prince? That's corny, bro.
Right.
A real man would have called Prince to say, yo, I did my homework. I found out Al Prophet is he
wasn't moving right. Yeah.
He ratted. He was moving right for the police, but however it may go, he ratted.
Right.
Yo, but you on his platform, and you got, the shows is going crazy all over the internet right now.
Okay.
And let Prince know what's going on, and let Prince come out and say, I just found out Al Prophet was a rat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't condone that. I don't even condone dealing with him, but everybody that's been dealing with Al Prophet, when I came home, said he's a good platform to go on. Nobody ever said he was a rat, but I just found out. But what I did say on his platform, I stand behind it, because I'm speaking about real talk.
Real talk, right.
You know what I'm saying?
You got in Prince's defense too, a nigga who been down 32 years. I mean, he
34.
Not 34. Apologies on that. He not really like, he don't. it's hard for him to know everything about everybody. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
So
that's my whole point.
So I get what you're saying.
That's
like
my whole point.
Yeah,
let him have the opportunity.
Yeah, let him do that.
To out it and say something.
Right.
Why you doing it? Because you went and did the research. Now you trying to make him look bad as if now he up there rocking with snitches and rats, and you a rat. You mad because he didn't come on your platform?
Yeah, because I don't see none of the hitters from like even niggas like Tut from East New York. You know what I mean? Who came home? Like I don't see nobody go on his platform.
Not because they not, because it's like they can't stand for that one, bro. Right, nothing. Not saying nothing. And people that do come on this platform, I wonder, do they even know? Or they just saying, we ain't worried about that. He changed his life.
Okay.
Listen, bro. So I'm saying, my point is, he's causing havoc by even doing that. And it's like he's trying to call Prince out now for going up there, and you supposed to be a stand-up dude, but you on platforms with a rat. You ain't do your homework. So by you saying he ain't do his homework, that means you know that he didn't know. Because other than that, you know Prince wouldn't have went up there. Everybody know that. Like you just said just now.
Right.
We know that. So and then at the end of his episode, he gonna say, see, kids, this is what I tell y'all. Don't be in these streets.
Right.
You're blinding people.
Wait. Hold on. Speaking of causing havoc, there was a guy, and I don't want to get his name wrong, but there was a guy who basically took our first episode and basically called you out, said you was an Alpo flunky, that Alpo didn't pay you no bread. Now, and you upset with Alpo, but you put in a lot of work and you ain't get paid for the work you put in. He did a YouTube, I don't know what it's called, but whatever. He took our interview, took a piece of it where you was talking, and then basically talked about you. And I was under the impression that he was from the town.
Yeah, he's from Detroit. No.
So a nigga from Detroit. Who is this guy? He's causing havoc
right now? Because
he's talking about New York shit.
Right now, we showing him love. Why even talk about him? He's a troll.
Okay.
So he's and he a rat lover. He loves rats.
Oh, okay.
And he'll take a story and switch it around. I told the story how Alpo had me go uptown with him and bring birds back, because I used to do that. I was about 15, 14. 13, something like that. I'll go up and bring the birds back. He'll pay me $2,000 just to go 20 blocks and come back. I'll get $2,000 for bringing the birds back. I would walk a little bit, then I'll jump in the cab, walk away from the spot, make sure the police ain't watching, then jump in the cab. And he was with AZ one time. Alpo was with AZ when I did that before. So he seen me on the block and he needed to make a move real quick. So I did it for him. He's like, yo, I got you when I get back.
Okay.
And I haven't seen him after I gave him, I did the same routine for him.
Right.
So the clown dude just took what I said. I call him up. His name is Up for Debate, but I call him Up for the Dickhead. And mostly people don't like to mention people's name to get them highlights. I like giving little sucker a highlight because I'm going to do this different with trolls.
Okay.
You a troll. You know what I'm saying? So he did that and tried to say, yeah, you ain't get paid. You a sucker. I was a young boy at the time, but I spoke to my powers to be, which is AZ.
Right.
Let him handle that. See, you got to know how to move with them wolves.
Right,
the wolves. Yeah, so I could have said something crazy and or handled it myself, but no, I'm following protocol, because at that time my big dog was A, and I knew he was Alpo was a dude that worked for A and was under A, and I'm gonna follow and help anybody that's with our team.
Right.
But I talked to the powers to be, but he trying to stir up somebody who was scared or whatever.
Right.
Who cares?
But see, that's crazy, because I thought the nigga was from New York.
He's from Detroit, man.
But how he know these stories though?
Because he's infatuated with stories, and he's a snitch lover. So he come up with these stories, and let me tell you his game. And people that follow him is crazy. They even listen to him. He's a troll. So in his mind, if you see his house, that ain't even a house. And I call it a basement, but it probably ain't even a basement. But his claim to fame, not even claim to fame. I'll give it to him. He's smart.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it to you. You're smart. Up for the dickhead. That's what I call him. Not up for the debate. I call him up for the dickhead.
Oh man.
You're smart. Just do negative content.
Okay.
Just whatever the good people saying that is really real, you go against it.
Okay.
And when you go against the grain, and with your haircut,
yeah, fucking your waves, nigga.
When you go against the grain to cut it the right way, after it's finished, you get good results because it looks good.
Yeah. You right.
You feel what I'm saying? You right. When you go against the grain and your joint come out sharp.
Yeah, you right. You definitely right about that.
You feel what I'm saying? So, to say what you said, with a person with waves, you ain't gonna do that. Go against the grain.
Right.
But if you are cutting in a certain, it just depends on the haircut. But anyway, going against the grain. So he go against the grain and say, oh, word, you said this about Alpo, but this was that. You ain't say this when he was alive.
Right.
Everybody want to say, I wouldn't have said that to Alpo face. I didn't say that when he was alive. They didn't see my Queen's Flip interview. Alpo was alive.
Shout out to Queen's Flip. I seen you with Sean Boy, your little brother. I definitely watched that shit like twice.
The big facts. And I told him, when Queens asked me, yo, why you think he did that to Rich? I said he killed them to keep the money and make people think the kidnappers did it. Alpo and Alpo was all the way alive. Period. I seen him the night before I went to do the Queens Flip joint, you know? And
now let's talk about Al real quick. Was he really running down in Harlem and making niggas take pictures? Like he was hearing about niggas that was talking shit about him and making niggas take pictures?
I've never seen that happen.
Okay.
People that was taking pictures with him, I looked at it as they was taking pictures with him because they wanted to take pictures.
Oh, they was a fan. Okay.
You know I'm saying? Me actually seeing, or any of my friends saying, they heard him say, yo, come here, man. What you was saying, man? Nah, come here. Take a picture with me right now. I never seen it. All the pictures I seen, him smiling next to the people.
Right.
They smiling like they was liking it.
Right.
They ain't say, yo, you better smile when we take this picture.
Right.
I ain't seen nobody said, I one took that picture, and I heard him telling me, I never heard none of that.
Gotcha.
That's a big rumor.
Oh, it's a rumor. Okay. I'm glad you cleared that up. Because I was bugging out. I was like, that nigga is ill for that. Nigga Alpo was ill for that if he did that.
Yeah, well, that means he know who to do that to.
Okay.
And trust me, man, it's 10, 20, 30 Alpos, meaning nothing to play with dudes.
Right.
That he would never even play with in his life.
Speaking of niggas not to play with, last episode we left off with Baby Maine.
Right.
I want the people to really know who Baby Maine is. All right. Like explain who really Baby Maine is.
Well, I can't explain who Baby Maine is, to be honest.
Okay.
Heard a lot about him.
Okay.
One time, him and my brother went through an ordeal, and my brother called me.
Okay.
And was like, yo, man, this dude up here on the block acting crazy, wilding, and this and that. I'm like, what? Who? And this was when we was in our primes in the early 90s after I came home. Okay. And he told me who it was, and I was hearing about the dude named Baby Maine. And I'm like, oh, well, you know, he said what he said to him. He said what he said to him. And Baby Maine left, and that was it. My brother come back down south. So I started hearing about Baby Maine. Because I just had came home. And I had my parole switched from Maryland to North Carolina.
Oh, so okay.
When I'm hearing about him, come to find out, that's my brother. And when I say my brother, my boy, his name is Stan. He don't do a lot of interviews. He'd like to stay away from it, which was Rich Porter, cousin Nut, lieutenant.
Okay.
Black Nut. Okay. Stan was that, and Stan, you know, get his own money, do his own thing, but found out that was his brother, and I'm like, wow.
Not to cut you off, is this the infamous Stan where Alpo was talking about Stan?
No, that Stan is the one you talking about is passed away.
Oh, okay, I got you.
He passed away and got caught up in that.
Okay.
That Rich Porter wave with Lil Darnell. But this Stan is rocking and rolling, and he's outside. But he's doing the right thing. But that's my brother. When we had Dame Dash out here, it was me, Stan, Jay Black. We was all running together and pushing this movement together. But, you know, Stan is a laid back dude, but his little brother, to me, from what I'm hearing from his little bro, was a live wire. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Stan was one of them dudes with the laid back good dude, but don't push his buttons. Because if you push the buttons, then it'll be a problem. It's gonna go off. But he always knew how to move and maneuver. That's why we are still here, because we follow protocol. We watch the big brothers do what they do, and you know, and that's who Stan is. So I don't got too much that I could say about Maine except for him having a beef with Pop Lottie, and just so unfortunate, Pop Lottie was my man that you hear Cameron and Jim Jones
shout out to Jim Jones. You know, being a real Jim Jones. You know, I'm a real Jim Jones fan. Right. You know, I mean, when he was going at it with Mace, he was like R.P. Pop Lottie, Baby Maine. So ever since then, I was like,
brother. God bless him.
Yeah.
His aunt, I used to date his aunt.
Okay.
And he used to be down here with us.
Okay.
And he was at my house before he left and went to New York and got murdered right here in North Carolina. And I told him, no, go back to New York. What you doing?
Right.
He was like, man, I need to go get clothes, this and I'm like, all right, cool. But it's just unfortunate that all our little young boys was beefing with each other.
Right.
And doing, he was holding Mace down when the chains got snatched and all of the above, man.
So he was real loyal to the nigga Mace.
Yeah, he was loyal to Mace. At one point in time, he was upset with Mace.
Gotcha.
Also, he felt Mace like left him there abandoned and all that.
Gotcha.
But he learned a lot, and met a lot of people through Mace. Allen Iverson used to love Lottie. But a lot of the stuff was through Mace. But things started changing.
Right.
When things start changing, people start going their separate ways with certain stuff, and then the dynamics changed.
Yeah.
Then lives get took. Ignorant stuff. Streets lead over the legal stuff. Stupid.
I want to touch on something that Mano said in regards of Jim Jones. That nigga Mano said he fucked with Jim Jones so much that he not fucking with the Max B Welcome Home party.
I've been seeing that.
Yeah, what you think about that? What's your thoughts on that?
I'm a big advocate of, if I rock with you, I rock with you.
Okay.
Even if I feel you wrong.
Even if you wrong.
I'm rocking with you.
Gotcha.
I gotta rock with you, because at the end of the day, even if I do go support something that is positive, I just had this conversation the other day with my bro Q, the manager.
Okay.
And my other little bro named Bose.
Okay.
From Harlem.
Okay.
And the point was with the Cam and Dame situation.
Right. Ugly situation.
Dame brought Cam over to Vegas, met with the guy Larry. Now, Dame and Larry falls out. But if Cam and Larry and Dame had some business already together,
right,
then so be it. If Dame fall out with him, my money tied up, then you got to respect me rocking and rolling with him, but you said some foul stuff to him, and, I don't make me stop what I'm doing.
Right.
Because you didn't get whatever you was looking to get out of it. Boom. Now, if the shoe was on the other foot, meaning Dame brought Cam over there, met Larry, but they didn't get deep into doing the business.
Right.
But then Dame said something crazy to Larry that was disrespectful. Cam don't have nothing tied up with Larry.
Right.
Dame says something disrespectful. Larry saying, rocking with Dame, man. F that. I'm done. And, all right, cool. You ain't rocking with me. I'm bringing my homeboy coming with me.
Right.
Now, Cam got to say, I'm rocking with Larry anyway. Or, I'm rolling with my bro, man. He brought me over here, but I'm going to have to tell him he was wrong. Dame, you was way out of line. And that's that. But I'm going to roll with you.
Right.
I ain't going to get no money out of this.
Right.
But now I'm rolling with you. So it's called a loyalty thing to your man. And I'm going to tell you why. It's because I can still roll with Larry, and I know good things could be formulated over there, but something might happen, or he still might not be real all the way down the line. But at least I know this person right here. I know people always be upset with Dame and all that, but I know him. If I'm still rocking with Dame and I know that he still got a problem with cursing other people out and all that, but we still rocking,
right.
I still know this is my dude. I got history with him, so I'll take a chance with him and we just go somewhere else and make some millions. So what Mano is saying, I'm going to roll with my bro that I know, and that's just that. Right. Even though I think y'all should patch it up and you should probably forgive him. But Jimmy got that last say-so on that, man.
Right.
So I respect Mano for saying and doing what he's doing. And I respect both of their relationships, man. It's tight. Most people should be like that. All money, ain't even about all money ain't good money at that point. It's just about all loyalty is good loyalty.
Go.
All loyalty is good loyalty, man.
That's real shit. That's real shit. It's real shit. Now I want to speak of your loyalty real quick. You wanted to go in on Charlemagne for basically going at Dame.
Which part?
What was the reason why? Was you upset about the Breakfast Club interview, or what was the reason why you was upset with Charlemagne regarding Dame?
Well, me and you had talked a while ago when we were supposed to did this podcast.
Right.
And so many other things done happen.
Right.
That it's like, I'm trying to remember which part was I upset with him.
Well, I think maybe it was the whole interview. Maybe he was trying to say the nigga was broke, or what was he saying that he was fronting about the revolt? I don't know what it was, but I know you were defending him, and that showed a lot of loyalty. You know what I mean? Because a lot of niggas wasn't on Dame's side.
Well, one part is why you start off woofing with Dame with the, challenging him state instead of just having conversation with him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the same token, that probably is not what me and you talked about. I'm trying to remember, but same token is I got to respect the part that Dame asked him for a fair one publicly. And if he asked him for a fair one publicly, Charlemagne already knew what that was. Right. I mean, Dame coming up here on some BS, so I'm going to have my stuff together already.
Right.
So I got to respect that part. He had his stuff together. Dame said slick stuff to him. He said slick stuff to Dame. I just got to call it what it is.
Right.
But when me and you had this conversation, I remember, and I had a point that I didn't like. Right. Charlemagne, and I can't remember at this point. So this might have to go on our third podcast.
This might have to go to the third one. Right.
For real.
Yeah, Charlemagne get a pass this time.
But Dame been going in on Charlemagne, but he really been going in on Envy more than anything.
Yeah.
And I don't like that he was going in on him. I just wish he just fell back and let's go ahead and get this money. I done texted him. I said, bro, let's just do what we do. You as Dame Dash, you get money. Let's put these movies out. I got a podcast with the same style of green screen Cameron and them got. I had mine before Cameron and Mace.
Right. Street Knowledge
podcast.
Street Knowledge.
Everybody could go up there. Let's go up there and say, let's put it together. We put a deal together to put my podcast on American New. We built some sponsors. Let's get us $100,000, $200,000, $1 million because we gonna pop that talk, man.
Right.
We're gonna talk that talk. Excuse me. I can talk that talk. So official Harlem.
So before we get up out of here, let the people know again, as far as the movie, the Street Knowledge podcast. Let the people know, like, definitely what you got going on in the next, let's say, 6 to 8 months.
So I got something coming probably like 30 days, 90 days.
Okay. 90 days, okay.
60 days.
January, December 31st type
we
shit.
Rocking, man.
Okay.
I got Wrong Numbers done. I'm putting the soundtrack together right here in our studio with my brother Hector.
World famous TMG.
Well, that's a fact. TMG Studios, man. Jim Jones on there. Dave East, Pastor Troy. DJ Luke Nasty.
Shout out to Luke Nasty.
That's a fact. That's my brother. Luke, Nino Cahoots, Brick Squad, Waka Flocka Bro. Okay. I got some joints that's gonna be on that soundtrack, but the movie that's coming, and that's going on Tubi, is called The Wrong Number. The soundtrack is being distributed under Empire Distribution.
Okay.
The Real Empire.
The Real Empire. The shit out there in San Diego somewhere.
That's a fact.
Okay.
Yeah, my brother is Wale Coyote. Shout out to him.
Okay, yeah. Greensboro. Yeah, definitely.
That's
102 Jams. Yeah.
That's a fact.
Okay.
That's my brother. So I have a deal with, thanks to him, with Empire, pushing that out, and I'm pushing some more artists out also. We're going to do some albums. We'll drop some albums. The other one is Destiny, the movie. Okay. That's coming. We dropping movies. We got a 10-movie deal with Tubi, so y'all stay tuned.
No, hold on. Let the people know. Well, I need to know. You writing on these movies?
No, my brother Terry D Films, man.
Okay.
I gotta introduce you. You gotta get him up
definitely.
He got a bunch of other movies up there. Okay. He got 17 Days the movie. I did some executive producer work up there.
Okay.
I did it with EMG, with Jeff, and they came together and put together a nice classic, man. It got Joanna Man on there, got Omar Gooden in there.
Okay.
Got some good stuff. And then my movie that I'm partners with my brother Mike Anderson. Y'all stay tuned for him because he's growing big. Mike is growing crazy right now. But we got a movie called Pot of Soul. He's from Fayetteville. He was facing the death penalty. This is a true story. Facing the death penalty. Y'all get it off Tubi. It's called A Polished Soul. Facing death penalty. He copped out to life. They gave him 17 years. He learned how to write scripts. He when he got his degree in there, came home, wrote the movie, put it out. We got Akamatumbe, which is a big actor. We got my boy Bird, that was, remember Judge Judy, the black bailiff?
Yeah.
That was standing there in court.
Yeah.
He's a partner with us. That's my boy.
That's dope.
We got him. So y'all can go and check that out. What else, man? We got a 10-movie deal, man. So y'all just stay tuned. Follow my page, and y'all see everything on Instagram. The Real Big Bootsie. Bootsie is spelled Bootsie. The Real. THE. Everything spelled the correct way, not that THA and all that ghetto spelling. I spell everything grown man style.
Right.
Big facts. And what else I got, man? I got my food truck rolling. We roll and we rock for the kids.
Okay.
I can't not do nothing for the kids. Y'all can go on my joint on Street Knowledge Podcast and go on my shorts and see where I cater to the kids and do things for the kids. Also, we feed the homeless. All that's up there, man. So I'm not going to be a hypocrite and speak about other men and don't do what I'm complaining about them not doing.
Right.
So other than that, I'll save the rest for, I guess, our
definitely.
third one.
Yeah,
we gonna make some noise, man.
Yo, shout out to you, bro. Living legend, Harlem, Big Bootsie. You know what I'm saying? Unbelievable behavior. It's the second go around. Another classic in the books.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Make sure y'all follow Street Knowledge Podcast.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all follow Unbelievable Behavior. Like, comment, and subscribe. And on that, brother, I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
Definitely.
Always a pleasure, man. Somebody showing me some love.
Definitely, man.
So I can get in front of the camera and stunt. But I talk that real talk, though.
You already know, man. Once again, Unbelievable Behavior, man. We out.
Yeah, we out. Salute.